Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, let's go. Kevin here, top 100 financial advisor and best-selling author. We are here to talk about the stock market. Boy, we've got a lot of interesting things to cover this week. So today I want to start off by telling you what you should be looking for over the next 2 to 3 weeks, because you guessed it, we're going right back into earnings season, and there are some key economic data that you have to pay attention to really get your expectations in order. Because as all of us know, or you should know by now, it's really your expectations that really set you up for disappointment. Now, we already know the market is down anywhere between 20 to 22%, depending on the time you're looking at it, and it has been volatile. We've had good days, we've had bad days, and things are going to swing back and forth. Here's the thing though. Starting this Friday, we're going right back into earnings season, and the first companies that start to report, just like they always do, it is the banks. So Citigroup, I think Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, a lot of those are going to report on the 14th of October, and then we go right back into the normal style of reporting. Now, here's the thing. Just as we talked about last week, which is why we start to cover, or why we do cover a lot of these topics, we know that spending is slowing down just a bit. We know the jobs market has slowed down just a tad, but remember we had talked about Americans had saved up to $2.4 trillion, and we've spent up, at the time of that report at the end of September, about $630 billion. So that's about somewhere between 30% of that money, 31% to be exact, according to the article, about 31% of that money has been spent. So we're going into the fourth quarter. We know energy prices are going to rise for electricity and oil. We know that. We talked about OPEC as well. And then we are already expecting a deeper recession, and we're still waiting for that to be 100% confirmed. The expectation here, and we have seen this from NVIDIA and some of these other chip makers, that they are forecasting lower earnings. This could cause the stock market to dip even further, which means that, one, you should just be ready that it's just going to be red over the next few weeks. Just be ready for that. If it's not, great. I hope that it's not, but I'm just going to go ahead and get my expectations ready for it. And that means that if you have great companies, which I hope you do if you're watching this channel and liking and subscribing, this is your opportunity to do that right now. But if you have great companies, this is your time to really pile into a few names if they make sense for you. I would start to make a watch list if you haven't already. We'll talk about things to put on your watch list this week and things to absolutely take off of your watch list this week as well. So I've got 2 videos already planned in my mind that I'll probably record, probably tomorrow and the day after that. But in either case, we're going into earnings season. It is expected to be very rough. It is expected that things are slowing down. I've even said before how Walmart and Target are already trying to anticipate a rough season for the holidays, which is why right now I think Amazon Prime has already started some of their early October sales. They're already stretching these things out because they know things are going to get rough on consumers, and we already know that consumers and how we spend, consumer spending, makes up the vast majority of the entire stock market. So be prepared. Okay, if you've got cash on the side, this is time to kind of get that cash ready and together to start to buy some of these discounts if there are some companies that you truly believe in. If you want me to do a list of things that you should put on your watch list and things to pay attention to, feel free to let me know, because there are literally dozens of things that I could talk about, and I just want to be as helpful as I can for you. And again, things that I am thinking about doing, I want to tell you what you probably just don't want to invest in, and kind of do a negative list in terms of like things you should not be looking for, and then things you do obviously want to add to your watch list as well. But we're going into earnings season. It might be a little rough, might be a little rocky, but I think this is a great opportune time to pick up companies that absolutely make sense. One example today, at least for me, I know I'm a big believer in Microsoft. I don't think Microsoft is going anywhere. I think most of us would agree. However, Microsoft hit another 52-week low today. Guess what? Come Friday, I might go ahead and snap that up. And come earnings season, whenever they report, maybe it'll do well, maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and guess. But I'll be snapping more shares if it falls to a level that I'm looking for. But I did, as of last week, add a little bit more cash to my account and said, look, I'm going to go buy a little bit, but I'm really kind of sitting on just a little bit more cash so I can start to deploy that money over the next few weeks. So you might want to incorporate a similar strategy and just know and expect that it might get a little rough, that it's not time to panic, that's not time to run away, and it's a good thing that you're here, right? Because when you know that and you expect that, then you kind of react a bit better. If you don't know that earnings season is coming up, when you're unaware of what's about to happen or what could happen, then you can run into something, you panic and you get upset, and then you kind of get out of everything, which is what we know is the opposite of what most people should do. All right? Now, the last thing that I'll mention is this. Make sure you join the members only, because again, this week I'll be putting out some exclusive lists on things you should add to your watch list, things I'm paying attention to. I also want to do a video on financial ratios. We'll talk a little bit about that in the members only, either this week or next week as well. But the only way that you can see all of that content in all of its glory is to make sure you are in the members only. That link is right here. New exclusive videos each and every week. All right, that is it for me. I'll talk to you later. Bye.